Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Paddy G YouTube channel. Of course, if you haven't already, please smash that like button if you do go on to enjoy this video. Smash that subscribe button as well. Get involved in that comment section. Round 9 is off to a terrific start. If you're a Cronulla Sharks supporter, a great occasion on this Thursday night. The Paul Green medal up for grabs for the first time. And in the rematch of one of the best finals games, certainly of the modern era, the Cronulla Sharks have completely destroyed the North Queensland Cowboys 44-6 at PointsBet Stadium in the Shire tonight. I don't think anyone saw this result coming. Sure, the Cowboys, they have certainly not been at their best to start 2023. But the Sharkies, they've been up and down so far as well. But Nicho Hynes just put on his Origin audition mixtape. He was quite simply phenomenal for Cronulla in their win tonight. 7 tries to 1. He kicked 6 from 7 conversions. Hell, they almost got to 50, but Nicho Hynes was absolutely outstanding. A try, 6 conversions, 2 penalty goals, as I said, 140 running meters for a halfback as well. Had a hand in a line break assist and a try assist, like I said. An Origin audition mixtape. This game, it was looking this way for when Sifa Talakai scored in the first minute. The game, it was over, and I'll tell you what, Talakai, he's put his hand back in the conversation when it comes to who will be snagging that Origin number 17 jersey, because he had his best game of the season tonight. 177 running meters, a try, but 2 try assists, 3 line break assists. He was quite incredible tonight. Nearly a year since the Morgan Harper game, and he was an absolute freak. Sharks completely dominated this game in the middle as well. Hamlin ULA, 141 running meters. Talk about a bloke who absolutely stood out. Comparing him to some of those Cowboys forwards, it was night and day. 29 tackles, 1 miss as well. Incredible from the Sharkies. They were too good tonight, too strong. They were quite simply levels above the North Queensland Cowboys. But the Cowboys, what is going on? Was 2022 a fluke? What has happened in their preseason? They had the most Origin players last year. They were a forward pass away from featuring in that grand final. They had a bunch of players involved in that World Cup. Outside of second year syndrome, I can't put a finger on what has happened to the Cowboys. Chad Townsend, he was one of my best players. In 2022. I don't know what the heck has happened. It seems to be he got injured in that game. I've got a theory that he may have just been carrying an injury into it, because he has been nowhere near what he was last year. He was nearly my player of the year in 2022. That's how good Chad Townsend was last year. He was underpaid. He went there overpaid, and going into this year, he was underpaid. So I don't know what's going on. Ruben Cotter as well, Nanai. These players that were just guaranteed Origin stars at the beginning of this year, I won't be surprised if they don't get picked, because that's how well Queensland are going in terms of a state when it comes to their forwards. Fotuaika, Carrigan, Papali'i. Interesting I started with Fotuaika then. But Papali'i, Tino, Tom Gilbert, these are all players who you're throwing in there over Nanai and over Cotter. Drinkwater, I know he missed the start of the year, but he looks out of sorts too. And of course, Scott Drinkwater, I know he was suspended for a while, but we all thought when he came back into this side, they were going to finally click into gear. But I tell you what, they must be running automatic, because they got no bloody gears at the moment, the Cowboys. They have been putrid, at least in this game. I'm not going to write them off the entirety of 2023. It's still very early. They've only got 3 wins. It's only 1 less than Manly. Let's just wait a minute, because the boys have really thrown this ladder out of whack. So let's just sit back and let's see what happens. But the Cowboys were absolutely woeful tonight. 2 sin bins, because it wouldn't be a rugby league match without one in 2023. The Hess one, it's a deliberate trip. I wouldn't put him in the sin bin, but I can understand why. Nanai, don't even get me started. If you've been following my Instagram, if you've been following me on social media, you know what I think of the hip drops at the moment. I think it's just run. Whoever's decision this was, they've created this problem. They've never played a game of rugby league. Whoever's decision this was, whoever's making these decisions have clearly never played a game of rugby league. They've never made a tackle, because nearly every tackle from behind now is getting pinged from a hip drop. So look, it is a sin bin based on what we've seen so far, and at least they're being consistent, but it's not. It's not a hip drop. I don't want to get started. I might make a video about it, but I just don't want to get frustrated talking about hip drops. I'm sick of talking about sin bins. I can understand the Hess one. I can see why the Nano one was there, but both probably not sin bins. Either way, it didn't matter. The Sharks destroy the Cowboys to kick off round 9. It's going to be interesting to see how the Cowboys bounce back next week against the Roosters in Magic Round. I guess at least they have a long turnaround. But ladies and gentlemen, what were your thoughts on Thursday night footy? Let me know in that comment section below. Smash that like button, guys, and give that subscribe button the other Kawhi treatment. And I'll see you in the next one.